Hello, beautiful people out there. I was just wrote a summary blog over Medium about this amazing and a powerful book called Awaken the Giant Within by Tony Robbins. I hope that will add some values into your life. So I just decided to summarize this book in a 4 or 5 minute video so that it could be helpful for some people. So let's get started. Have you ever wondered that some person's life could be so drastic from others? How people came from so disadvantaged situation and can rise to the top. People have nothing, but they manage to overcome that situation and the circumstances and to be a success. On the other hand, there are people who came from very privileged background are still continuously suffering to substance addiction, this broken relationship, and lead their life into hate and bitterness. Well, Tony Robbins asked this question to himself before some years, and he is he bring with this powerful book called Awaken the Giant Within. I think the three major takeaways from this book that you can begin to use right now today to begin to change your life in a proper way. The first one is a realization that your decision create your whole life. Your life is a sum total of the decision you have made, and most importantly the conditions of your life, and your family and your past, and all of this happened to you. That doesn't determine your life. The decision about how those things can affect you today was matter. You decide what to focus on. You decide what to focus on, and you decide that what thing mean to you, and you decide what to do. That all matters to you. Often we don't have a plan and we just go with the flow. Tony calls it Niagara syndrome because we either don't make decisions or we have a poor one. So eventually we find ourselves at the edge. So we have to take a fall. That fall could be emotional, that fall could be financial, that fall could be that your career, uh, that fall could be anything in your life. So this can be avoided if we decide in advance what we want, and make decision to acquire it. So the most important thing which creates a difference between successful people and failures is their decisions. You know, uh, as uh, as successful tip and successful people take more decision every day compared to unsuccessful people, which awaken the giant within them. Whereas the other side, most of the people's giant never awake to achieve their goal because of the two reasons. One is usually they avoid to take any decision, or second one is they don't know they don't understand the difference between a decision and a wish. For example, we people think from tomorrow onwards I will have healthy food. I will I'll do I'll go to gym. I'll read books. But when tomorrow came, they back to their lazy life because that is not their decisions. That is just a wish. If after taking a decision, immediate action should be taken. If you don't take a action after your decision, that is not your decision, that is just a wish. Tony says whatever decision we take, or the action we take or we don't take, that will happen because of two reasons. First, to avoid pain, because means we don't want to suffer any pain. And the second one, to gain pleasure, means we want to gain some happiness, so that for example, if enough people know that reading self-help book will 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 become will help you to become successful, but still many people take decision to not reading. Why why because instead of associating it with pleasure, they knowingly or unknowingly linked book reading with pain. That means as they started reading the book, they start generating the pain of getting bored, putting lots of effort. All this short term pain will start coming in their mind, which will not allow them to think about the long term pleasure, which will not allow them to read that book as well. So the solution for this problem, whenever you want to do anything, as part of this example, if you want to read the book, and you find it difficult or you find it hard, then start associating it with pleasure. Start thinking about the long term benefit, and start thinking it as the most pleasurable thing. Whereas on the other side, link pain with not reading books, and think, if you don't read book, what all difficulties you will face. Similarly, start associating thing with pain and pleasure. This will make book reading easy for you. Tony says the secret of success is learning how to use pain and pleasure instead of having pain and pleasure uses you. Second major takeaway from this book is the importance of setting a goal. uh, Guys, did you to know you have something to chase, give you different kind of trigger in your life, different kind of motivation and energy in your life. So for this a great exercise is given in this book, uh, to to achieve to set goal. It's kind of, you have to kid again, hit the goal to the maximum target. And for this you have to take four piece of paper, and write in the top of each paper your uh, your personal development goal, your business and career goal, and your luxury and fun goal and adventure goal, and lastly the contribution goal. So just write down your goals. Just keep the pen moving. Don't worry about how you acquire these things. Just don't filter what you think. Just write down. Just be a kid again, and there is no limitations. And write down whatever you want, and write down the time limit by when you want to achieve, and write down that deadline next to it. But next to it, that will give a proper planning to by when you want to achieve it. And then after achieving this, take the number one goal from each category, which will give you trigger, which you think, if you achieve it, your life will completely change. Take those goals and write down why you want to achieve it, by when you want to achieve it. Write a paragraph about that. Take some time from each goals, and and attach some pain and pleasure, because we know, as part of our previous decision, what we do or what we don't, that will happen uh, because of two because of two reasons. Attach pain if you want, if you don't achieve it, how you feel. Attach some pleasure if you if you achieve it, how you feel. You feel top of the world. So this perform this exercise, set your goal to know you have something to change in your life. So the third major concept in this book is about beliefs. We all have belief to either empower us or limit us. These are the statements we make to ourselves, which is I am not good at math. I'm not a good speaker. I'm fat, or I'm great at my job. So so Tony came to know about these beliefs when he's taking an interview of this of this professor Brain Segal, who was a doctor and a professor of Yale University. He was experimenting on some patient of multifunctionality disorder. So he after experimenting on this, he came to know about that when their personality change, by their belief change, they are able to change their eye color from blue to brown and brown to blue in front of doctors. They're in diseases like diabetes and all. Their cure, and they came back to their body again. So so belief is very much matter to us. Start believing that you can do it, and overcome those limiting beliefs, which are like, I'm not a good speaker. Instead of what, you start changing this limiting belief that if you are not good at math, maybe it's because have not really tried. Maybe if you are not good at writing, or if you are not good at good at speaking, maybe if you are not really tried that thing before, or sometime we what sometime we quit too soon, and then we created a belief that says we are not good at something, even though it's not based on the facts at all. So start creating a massive belief, instead of that and start growing a massive belief over these limiting beliefs. So I hope this adds some values into your life. So this is Sheikh Wasi signing off. See you.